we're actually doing a full face one brand makeup video. I was looking at the past videos I've done and some of the products I had, and I thought, you know what, I've got a pretty healthy collection of things from LA Girl. So then I started looking at the few products that I didn't have, and I picked up a couple. And even still, I have everything for a full face except for primer and powder. So for primer, I actually just went in with my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream moisturizer. And for powder, I thought I would go ahead and use another really good drugstore option, which is the Wet n Wild Photofocus powder, and this is in the shade Translucent. So other than that, everything will be coming from LA Girl. All right, let's go ahead and get started with brows. So today we're going to be using the LA Girl Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Soft Brown. I will say brow pomade probably is one of the brow products I use the least. It's just something that I feel like takes a little bit more time, probably because I don't use it that often. Maybe if I were to use it more often in my brows, I would get quicker at it and I wouldn't feel like it takes me quite so long to figure out and kind of work into my brows. But for me, I would rather just have something much quicker, like a pencil or a brow gel. But I thought, you know what, let's showcase something that, again, like I said, I don't use very often. And so let's go ahead and try out a brow pomade. So I'm just gonna flick this through the front of my brow, and I just put a little bit on the back of my hand so that I can just kind of load up my brush as I go. It also may be that I should have gotten like a blonde instead of a soft brown, but you live and learn. So let's go ahead and spoolie this through. I think this will have to be a go back in and kind of clean up my brow kind of a situation. Take a little bit more in the tail end. Now I will say one thing I like about the pomade is that I'm able to get like kind of a precise flick right at the end where I am missing a little bit of the tail end of my brow from where I accidentally cut it off while microblading my face. So that is one positive of the pomade. Okay, so I feel like I was able to get that to look a lot more natural than I have in the past. I think going in with like putting it on here instead of dipping back into the jar each time definitely helps so that I'm not getting my brush oversaturated with product. So definitely just put like a little bit on the back of your hand and kind of load up from here versus straight in the pot. So let me kind of spoolie this out one more time, shape it, and oh, this one looks different. Maybe I just need to clean it up. So to clean up my brow, we're going in with this product. This is not new, but it is one that I have never tried before. This is their Pro Contour Cream Palette. And this is in the shade Fair. However, I will say upon swatching the contour shade, it is definitely orangey, unfortunately. Like, look. So I'm not super thrilled with that, because like if it was like cream bronzer, still wouldn't be thrilled with the orange, but you know, I can almost be like, okay, well, it's a bronzer. But unfortunately it's supposed to be contour, so really I'm looking for that kind of a grayish shady color, and this just isn't it. But I'm actually going to take this right here, and this is the highlight in this duo, and use it to clean up my brows. This brush has like blue or green in it or something. Let's try cleaning this one off that we used for the pomade. Just loading up my brush from the light cream shade. See, I think this is another reason I don't prefer pomade, because now I also have to take the extra step of going in and cleaning up, and that just isn't something that I do on a regular basis. I don't know if I like that. Okay, so my brows are done. They look fine. I think for me, it's just like a time thing that I'm not a fan of pomades. Like, this is a fabulous pomade. It's creamy. It blends well. Nothing wrong with the product in and of itself. I think for me, pomades just personally aren't my favorite application method of brow product. So, is it good? Absolutely. If you're a pomade person, you may like the LA Girl pomades. Also, I think I would like to try it in a taupe versus a soft brown. I think that may make a difference. So, let's go ahead and go into eyes. I'm going to go ahead and go back into this shade and use it as my eye primer to cancel out all the redness and discoloration on my eyelids. Really letting my finger melt that because I don't want it to be too heavy or cakey looking. Actually, that blended out quite nicely. It's kind of different than the consistency of a concealer because that's more liquidy, where this is creamy. I don't know, a lot of times when I use concealer on my eyelids, it doesn't look right. I don't know really how to explain it, but anyway. Okay, we're gonna do a very simple eye look today. We do have the LA Girl Keep It Playful eye palette, and this is in Downplay. I've used this before, and I actually really do like it. I really wanna keep it kind of cooler toned, so going in with this shade, we'll probably mix this and this, and going in with a little bit of like this kind of a gray sparkle on the eyelid. Okay, have y'all watched Love is Blind? Someone tell me. I know this is going up like 2 weeks after, but still. I still have to watch the reunion episode. I started it a little bit ago, actually like today, but my kids were being too loud and I thought, okay, I'm just going to have to pause this and watch it when they go to bed because I want to hear Shake try to defend himself. The little bit of it that I did see, which again, I'm only like 15 minutes into it, I wasn't really impressed with Deep D. I don't know. I mean, we all, like, when you get, how do I say this? Like, I can understand her snarkiness, like her, what do you call it? Like when you not lash back. What am I trying to say, guys? Like her little quips at him. But I don't know. Her playing, like talking to Shayna and the way she was kind of carrying herself, I was like, this is not queen vibes. Like, she should have just been like, I don't receive this. I don't receive your negativity or your attitude, Shake, and just like held herself a little bit better. But again, I haven't finished watching it, so this is just me talking off the cuff of just the little bit that I've seen. But I don't know. I wanted her to sit up taller. I wanted her to carry herself with pride, a little bit less laughy. Like I wanted her to just carry herself well, and from the little bit that I seen, I don't feel like that happened. I haven't watched the full thing, so I don't have like my full consensus thought on it yet. But just from the beginning, I was just kind of like, oh, Deep D, don't play into it. You know what I mean? Like, don't let him lower your standards. I have this, like, it doesn't really go with my shirt or anything, but I kind of want to play with it. This is the, what are these called? It literally does not say. It just says that the shade is Electrify. It's like this glitter pot. It's interesting because it's got like this bronzy, yellow, green, pink. It's got a lot of different, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's got a lot of different colors to it when it shifts. I still don't think it's picking up the green. It's got like a green in it, which is really interesting. So I kind of want to use that. So what I think I want to do is put a little bit of this shade on my lid. And we are going to use some glitter glue, so hold on. Alright, so let's do a little bit of glitter glue. Because I want to give this its best chance, and you got to have mixed glitter glue. Okay, so let's put this on the lid. Let's take some of this. Ooh, am I in focus? I'm almost having a hard time getting it off my finger where I had the glitter glue. It's almost like the green really isn't coming through on my eyelids, but the more I press into this, the more of the green I can see. It's really odd. I wish I could like show it accurately on camera. Let's clean this up. Oh, it's all over my face. Ooh, it's pretty though. Sparkle, sparkle, baby. All right, I'm gonna hit over the top of it with a little bit more of this shadow. Oh, that kind of dulled it, didn't it? That was dumb. Why do I do such things? But now I have to make it even. Okay, so let's go back over with just a little bit of glitter. Oh, that kind of make it. That is copper chrome, baby. We're gonna go back over it again. Hold on. I don't know. That's interesting. It's like the more I dig into it, the more green I see, but you can't see the green on my eyelids, I don't think. But that's pretty. That's intense. I would not mind getting a few more colors of this. If I see this again next time I'm at CVS, which will be Saturday, I might try another shade of this. I would love like a green shade. Ooh. All right, we're gonna have to go in with another wipe because that one is just covered in this glitter. Like I said, I don't know what this is called. I'll have to look it up and tell you. It just says it's called Electrify. That's the name of the shade. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the script a little bit and put a little bit of brown where we had this black. I feel like it's just gonna look better with this kind of copper situation we've created. And then right above that, I'm going to go in with a blending brush and take a little bit of this shade right here. I will say where my eyes are watery, and I tend to like have my eyes be watery in the corner, it isn't wanting to stick right down there in that inner corner part. Very quickly, before we move on to eyeliner, I did want to show you the kind of glittery, shimmery shades in here. They are nice. They're very buttery. That's just 3 of the 4. So 5 mattes and 4 of these kind of shimmery shades. Here, let me get the last one. So there you go. They are really nice. I actually really enjoy these palettes. Like I said, these are the Keep It Playful ones. The formulas and everything seem to be very nice. Okay, so for eyeliner, this is actually new to me. I have not tried this yet. This is the LA Girl Jetsetter Liquid Eyeliner. And of course, it's just in the shade black. And here's what the tip looks like. So let's give this a try. Oh boy. Oh, that is a very nice pointed edge. I like that so far. So far, that seems to be gliding very easily over the glitter and the shadow. Okay, here's the issue. Can you see the glitters already popping off right there on my crease line? That was super easy. Did you see how easy it was to get that flick on the end? Like, bam. Well, that might just be my new favorite liner. Holy cow, that was great. So now let's just clean it up a little bit with the makeup wipe. I always have to clean up my liners. I am not someone who can go in one swipe and get it correct the first go. That's just not my journey, and I've accepted it. I think that may be the quickest I've done my eyeliner in a very long time. So if that point stays like that, I am thoroughly, oh no, don't break it. I am thoroughly impressed with this Jetsetter liquid eyeliner. Now let's just see if it dries down. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go in with mascara. So this one is new to me. I've never tried it, but I thought it sounded interesting. They're Fiber Lash Mascara. It says volume boosting, extends lashes, and water resistance. It says use this for the false lash look. Instantly adds volume for that false lash. That's hard to say, false lash look. Fiber Lash Mascara instantly adds volume for that false lash look. Water resistant, is ideal for all day wear. Apply 1 to 2 coats as desired. Begin from the base of lashes and sweep up to tip. All right, so you'll just have to enjoy my little co-pilots back there. Yeah, I will say, I am not a fan of this packaging, like where all of this is literally useless. Also like Flower Beauty, which I've noticed that a lot of things are changing. Like a lot of their packaging isn't like this, but this is their microfiber micro brow pencil, which I'm gonna be trying a bunch of new products from them in another video. But like, there's just no point in all of this. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this open. It's a thick bottle. I don't know why I like that. Okay, so here is what the wand looks like. Very short bristles. Does it say anything about flexible silicone brush instantly amplifies lashes? All right, start from the base, wiggle, sweep up to the top. So here we go. Okay, start at the base, sweep. I feel like nothing's happening. That's one coat. It looks like there's absolutely nothing on my lash whatsoever. All right, let's do this side. It's separating nicely, but it's like literally adding nothing to my lashes. Also, this glitter glue coming off, or this glitter, whatever, coming off on this side's bugging me. Okay, let's go in with a second application. I'm gonna kind of, excuse my hair, try to get it in there. Okay. Tip. Okay, that time it's adding something, but it's getting clumpy fast, and I do not like clumpy lashes. Okay, let's do the little Emily Noel blink trick to see if we can't get them to curl just a little. I'm not a fan. That did nothing. That might be a good lower lash mascara, just because of the type of wand, but as far as the upper lashes, I'm not thrilled in the slightest. So now let's go ahead and move into foundation. So I know that they have the new tinted foundation out, but it honestly did not have a lot of good reviews. I have tried the matte one before. It is a little too matte for me. So I decided to try the Pro Coverage Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. However, the shade range in this is not the best, but this does say medium to full coverage, smooth, long wearing, flawless looking finish. So like I said, this is the shade Fair, and it is way too orange for me, and that's Fair. And I haven't seen the shade range for the tinted foundation, but I know that in the matte, even the fair shade in that isn't quite fair enough either. So for that reason, I do have the white base that is also in this illuminating foundation line, and we're going to be mixing a little bit of that in to try to get a decent shade. Okay, I think we can work with that, especially by the time we go in with concealer. Let's try to get this everywhere we need it, because I don't think I'll be able to mix the same shade twice. I'm getting every little drop of it. And then we'll take our sponge. I'm going to give it a little spritz and go ahead and tap it into what's left on the back of my hand. Yeah, even that really doesn't match me. But like I said, I think we can make it work once we add concealer, because my concealer is an appropriate shade. Does it look bad? No. Do I really see any illumination? No, not really, unfortunately. Ooh, I might be taking that back now that I definitely do need a little bit more. So let's see if we can make an accurate concoction here. I don't think I'm a fan. Now that I put on a little bit more, I can see a little bit of illumination. However, it looks like it's sitting on top of my skin rather than really sinking in. Let me really go in here and give it one final kind of press in all over. Pull you in and see if you can see what I'm seeing. Like it looks like it's setting on top of my skin rather than meshing with my skin. Ooh, it's already cracking on my upper lip. I'm not loving how it's looking, to be quite honest. Like, I don't know what to do about it. It feels very tacky, very tacky. You absolutely have to set this. Look, it's already cracking on my nose. It does not look good on my forehead. Okay, so let's go ahead and do concealer. This is their high definition concealer, and this is in the shade Fairest. And then I'm also going to go ahead, dip into that contour shade. Don't quite know how this is going to go, because like I said, this shade would be more so, in my mind, like a bronzer shade versus a shade to contour with. And I'm going to do, like, if you haven't seen me on TikTok, go check out TikTok. I'm going to put it right at the top of my ear. Like, see, that's not a contour shade, unfortunately. That is a bronzing shade, and not a good one for someone who's fair. All right, let's blend all of this in. The concealer is not looking good, and I know this concealer, and it is a really awesome concealer. I actually use this in my makeup kit. I've got a couple different shades. So I'm thinking the concealer on top of the foundation is what's not sitting very well. And I will say, while I don't like this shade, the actual product is nice. So if you want to use this for now again, there's other shades. So maybe, I don't know, contour cream. That's what's kicking me. They're saying contour, but it's definitely a bronzing shade. So where are we at now? Are we finally at powder? Okay, let's quickly powder. Make sure that everything is buffed out, that there are no creasing. Let's quickly set. Again, going in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus. Very nice, affordable drugstore powder that will last you a very long time. I don't think I have ever had powder from LA Girl. Oh, I should have contoured my nose. I forgot. I just made the biggest mess. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me show you this. This is awful. Look at this mess I just made with powder. Oh my goodness. Gotta love that for me. Okay, now starting on our third makeup wipe of the video, which is very very rare for me. Can you see my upper lip right here? oh, look how dry. I have used this blush for a very long time. Excellent formula. This is their Just Blushing blush, which I know is kind of like, okay. But I have two different shades. We have Natural and we have Glowing. Well, Just Natural and Just Glowing. Let me pop these open. So as you can see, Just Natural is a matte shade, whereas Just Glowing has a little bit of shimmer. I think I want to go in with this shade, actually. So I'm going to take that right above where we did the contour. Excellent blush formula. I love the pan size. Really, really nice blushes. I have nothing negative to say about this line of blush. Beautiful blush. Okay, so this I'm actually really excited about. This is a new bronzer from them. This is their new matte bronzer, and this is in the shade Back to the Beach. There are only 2 shades in this, which not super thrilled about that, but look at the pan size. Like, doesn't this give you Tom Ford vibes with their gigantic bronzer? Tap into this. Okay, no kickback. That's a beautiful shade. Hold on. Is that blurring? Holy cow, that is so smooth. That is, like, I don't know how to explain it. It literally looks blurring almost. That is a beautiful bronzer. Wow. I'm very impressed by that. Excellent shade for someone who is fair. I swear it looks almost blurring. Wow. Okay, so matte bronzer. Very impressed by this so far. I forgot that I had a cream highlight. This is the Velvet Highlight Contour Stick. They don't know how to use that word. This is in the shade Radiance. Beautiful shade of highlighter. Very natural glow, especially for someone who is fair. This really is a beautiful shade. I'm afraid, though, this on top of everything is going to ruin it, but maybe I'll do it with my finger to kind of warm it up. Yeah, don't put that on top of powder. That completely broke apart everything on my nose. Uh-oh. Yeah, that broke apart everything above my lip. Trying to blend it in. It's all completely gone. Don't use this on top of powder products. It will completely melt everything off. I don't really want to try it. I know it's going to just eat right through everything. And listen, this blush and bronzer is doing something for me. It looks great. My eyeshadow is completely breaking apart and coming off in my crease. Can you see that? That glitter is not surviving well. All right, for lip liner, we have the Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in Everbear. I'm not exactly sure of the name because it is kind of torn off. I like the fact that you can roll it, but it's not extremely creamy. I would prefer a little bit more creaminess from my liner, so not super thrilled with that, but it's not horrible by any means. Okay, so you already know my favorite lipstick. One of the first ones I discovered as a really nice nude lipstick for me is the Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick in the shade Snuggle. Love this lipstick. And then on the end is a little bit of a matching gloss that you can add. Okay, so let's finish up this lower lash line because I do have a liner that I want to try in the lash line. So on the lower lash line, I am just going to take a little bit of this shade. And I'm just going to run that right here. Now, before we go in with mascara, let's try, I actually seen, I'm like obsessed with this girl on TikTok. I love her. I want to be her friend. She was talking about instead of doing a white liner on your lash line, to do a beige. So I actually found this. This is the Ultimate Eye Intense Stay Auto Liner in Super Bright. And as you can see, the color looks almost beige. So let's give this a try. I just picked this up last time I was at CVS. And I just happened to see it and think about it. Like, I was passing the display and I thought, oh, do they have that liner she was talking about? Sure enough, there it was. All right, so let's try this. Got these little velour puffs off of Amazon. Yo Twin Pool and Line. I have a hard time with liner in my waterline. It's not so harsh as the white. Like, I don't think I even have a white. I do have this one from Flower Beauty Forever Wear Eyeliner, and this is in Moonstone. Is this kind of the same? Yeah. So here they are. Like, you can see This one's a little bit brighter. So let me try this one on the other eye. I just want to show you the difference. So this is more like beigey, which is the LA Girl, and this is more kind of almost whitish, which is the Flower Beauty and the Moonstone, Moonbright, Moon something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so can you see the difference? Like, I think I like that one better. It's not quite as bright, but just enough to give your eye a little bit of lift. So actually, I'm a big fan of that. Again, the Intense Stay Auto Liner for your eyes and super bright. Let's try the fiber mascara on the bottom lashes, and I think we will be done. That's what I was afraid of. The bristles are so small that it's really hard to get up on your lash line without getting mascara everywhere. So here is our full face of LA Girl products. Okay, let's take one final look. Yeah, it is still cracked on my nose. This looks so dry. My nose has broken apart where we did try to do the highlight. The foundation has settled into my 11s horribly on my forehead. My chin is already cracking. Okay, so based on all of that, I have kind of made 3 categories of products that I wouldn't recommend, potential tries, and absolute yeses. So for the I do not recommend is the foundation. Unfortunately, this illuminating foundation, I just don't like it. It's illuminating, and I'm someone who's dry skin, so technically that would be the market of foundation I would go for, but unfortunately it just does not look great, especially in my T-zone area. And this mascara, the Lash Fiber Lash Mascara, it did nothing. It makes a mess on your lower lash line because the bristles are so short, and on my top lashes it did virtually nothing. So I would definitely say pass on these. For potentials, the lip liner, this Intense, the Auto one, nice color, but not quite as creamy as I personally would like. The brow pomade is a nice formula, just not my personal favorite. The cream contour, the actual product is great. It blended out nicely. However, this color is just off. So this is one that I would suggest if you can ever find it in store, maybe looking at, because the recommendation of this is being fair online just isn't it for contour shade. In fact, let me show you what I'm looking for. Here we have the shade coming from the LA Girl Cream Contour Kit, and this is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Feelin' Shady. Can you see the difference how this is? I mean, it's orange, whereas this is much more darker, not darker, I'll say cooler toned, more of a shade color versus an orange color. So this is what I'm looking for when they say it's a contour color. So, like I said, as a cream bronzer, yeah, it's great. This shade actually did very nicely as an eyeshadow primer. So again, those are my potentials. This glitter eyeshadow topper is beautiful, but is not wearing very well. We're not even finished with the video, and it's already coming off in the crease of my eyes. This highlighter is a potential. It's a beautiful shade. However, it does not do well on top of powder products. It will break apart everything underneath. So for my absolute yeses, I think you should give a try. This jet liner is fabulous. Quick and easy. The applicator is nice and slick. It doesn't tug, and it has dried down very matte black. So Jetsetter eyeliner. This concealer, it is really a nice concealer. It didn't perform as well today as normal, I think, going on top of the foundation, but just in general on its own, an excellent concealer to check out for a very relatively cheap price. I think this is like $5 or under. This eyeshadow palette is really nice. These blushes, all of the blushes from this line, this Just Blushing line from LA Girl is fabulous. I mean, look at the pan size that you're getting. There are a lot of color choices. I believe they've even added like some deeper purple and pink shades, and it's just, they're wonderful. They blend and wear so nicely. This lipstick, I love it. Now, the Intense Day Auto Liner for the eye in the Super Bright, very nice. I enjoy that. I think that would be great for like everyday quick makeup to just make your eyes look a little bit more bright and awake. Very nice. And I am extremely thrilled with this bronzer. I'm telling you, the way that my blush and my bronzer look right now, even on top of this foundation that didn't look very nice, and yet I'm still extremely pleased with the bronzer and the blush, really says a lot. it almost looks blurring, and I don't think I've ever had that experience with a bronzer before. So for me, I would definitely say these are the products to try out. I'm trying to grab them all so I can show you again. These would be the products that I would say if you want to check out, check out. The other things, some okay, some absolutely just avoid. But let me know down below. Have you tried any products from LA Girl? What are your favorites? What are you maybe interested in trying now, having watched this video? Let me know in the comments below. And so thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.